Good evening, everyone. Time for another silver update. This is the 1 hour chart of silver provided by netdania.com. You can click on the link below. Now, these two lines that I've drawn here are sideways trend channels. You can see that the price of silver appears to be locked between 28.50 and 29.50. You can see that the length of time here is more than a month. Now, the beginning of this price range, it came about when we got this first million volume, and that's NetDania. Again, that's a combination of many volume figures. But you can see as soon as that was reached, we have maintained very, very high volume in a sideways movement. Now, a lot of people are wondering, we're going to get to a question when we get to the questions of the day. A lot of people are wondering what this means. What I believe that this means is that they've capped it, they've pegged it, they've set a price they're going to keep it at, and they're not going to let it rise until something happens. And I believe that that something is probably going to be the music stopping. Now, if we go over to the blog, I just can't even cover the amount of news that comes in so fast and furious. Cyprus is a huge amount of the news. We've got Greg Manarino telling you to get your money out of the bank now. We know that Lindsey Williams has warned us for a number of years that the crisis will hit in Europe first, and you will have a very short amount of time to get your money out of the banks, and then they're going to pull the plug. This chart here tells me that I believe that they plan to pull the plug. In other words, there's going to be a day when this is trading, and then there's going to be a day when it's not. And that's very important. I've argued about silver being an inflation as well as a deflation hedge. The big game changer now is Cyprus, and the reason why is because rather than printing up the money to bail out Cyprus, which could have easily been done, it's a tiny, tiny nation, they've tipped their hand, and it looks like they're going to collapse the system. Again, none of us know which way it's going to go. We could recover from this and get a big rally and get growth and inflation, but this just shows you the value of silver and gold when the music stops, and we may be looking at a music stops scenario. Now, if the music stops, there's probably only 1 or 2 chairs for every 100. It may be even 1 or 2 chairs for every 1,000. So when the music stops, it's going to be game over, and then you're going to have what you have. That's going to be cash. That's going to be gold and silver, and of course some bitcoins. We're going to talk about that. But it's appearing like they are moving towards some kind of end game scenario. But again, we'll just have to wait and see. So let's go over to the forum and answer some questions. We'll just go through a bunch of them here. First one is from Silver Sal. Bitcoins for the people. Hi. Have you cooled on silver? No, I haven't. No offense, but it seems the new apple of your eye is Bitcoins. I know you've touched briefly on Bitcoins from time to time, but your current enthusiasm seems to have intensified. Are you reallocating some of your stack to Bitcoins? No. I have, to this day, never sold an ounce of silver. I've swapped some for gold and swapped some gold back for silver at different times, but I have never sold 1 ounce of silver. I don't see any reason to do that. There's a lot of reasons against it, and I can't think of any reasons for it. So absolutely not. Now, Bitcoin is a speculation, in my opinion. It's something that you play with, something that I'm playing with. I have less money invested in Bitcoin than I have in my stock account, and I fully expect my stock account to be completely vaporized when the music stops. So that's that. Next question. Silver in short supply. And this one is from Are You Christian? Brother John, I received this email from a service that sources replacements for china, silverware, etc. They note a lack of availability of silverware due to past sales for recycling into bullion. I thought you might want to comment on yet another data point indicating that the market is getting progressively tighter. Hello from Replacements Limited. Since our records indicate that you have an interest in great tableware, we wanted to just take a minute to let you know that during the past couple of years we've seen quite a bit of uncertainty in the silver market. As we've noted previously, economic conditions have caused significant volatility in the silver market. This volatility has impacted not only silver pricing, but the availability of silver tableware pieces. In fact, during the past couple of years, there have been periods when many silver dealers were selling significant portions of their silver flatware in bulk to bullion dealers, who were in turn melting the pieces. While we work hard to offer a very large, high-quality sterling silver selection at competitive pricing, ongoing silver market fluctuations have the potential in the future to impact not only our pricing, but our ability to source and acquire the great sterling pieces that you may have been considering adding to your table. Thanks for all the time and effort you put into this work. Well, certainly this price chart doesn't indicate that. We're looking at a month of some of the most stable silver prices we've ever seen. So it would seem that there might be something else behind their ability to source that silver. Now we know that the 5-ounce America the Beautiful, if any of you know more about that, let me know. But I've had people PM me and message me and say, hey, where are the 2013 ATB coins? Is it maybe because they can't source the 5-ounce blanks because they're only doing 1-ounce blanks? I don't know. I don't know if the mint gets 5-ounce blanks. I know that there's been a lot of controversy about the mint so far this year, turning on and off the spigots and raising some premiums. So very interesting stuff. If you know more about it, let me know. Volume versus price, and this is from Heineken Dad. Brother John, it seems to me like something is strange with the volume numbers on Netdania. On a lot of days, it seems like it takes a huge amount of volume to move the price up 1%, but only a tiny amount to drive it down 1%. Case in point, look at the price and volume action from 6 to 8 a.m. from the 21st to 22nd. Huge difference. Can you explain this? And back again to these anomalies. No, I can't explain it. And you can see here this huge volume spike on the breakout, a drop down below it on virtually no volume. Today, massive volume, no price change. I can't explain it. Now, Bixweir will tell you that it's just computers trading with computers. I'm not sure if that's the case. I think there may be a lot of people taking long positions. These are very significant volume numbers here that just came in today. Today and the last day are just heavy churning at no price change. So something significant is going on here, but I can't tell you what it is. And the next question, detecting fake silver coins. I don't know if you saw that video. This is from William Lawley. Dear Brother John, in today's post on Silver for the People, you featured someone showing us how to detect a fake American Eagle from a genuine. Although it is true that you can use observation, chemical tests, tonal sound of the coin, and magnets, I have found such tests subjective and time-consuming. I would like your opinion on XRF technology as it applied to the detection of fakes. As I've been inspired by you to become a stacker, I've always been worried about the fact that I trust someone in order to be sure I was buying genuine silver. After seeing a demonstration of XRF scanner, I knew I had to buy one and start a freelance business providing low-cost, accurate detection services to the average Joe. Like you, I want the powers that be to tremble every time American citizen buys an ounce of silver, but we can't do that if people are afraid of buying counterfeits, which are now flooding U.S. and global markets. Please watch my demos. Let me know your thoughts on the subject. Go to coinpositive.com. Please know I'm a startup company. Website is just now going live, and my CA certification to perform on-site tests will not be final until May 1st, 2013. God bless you for what you're doing for us, William Lawley. So, great idea. Now, I've talked a lot about counterfeiting, and I think that counterfeiting the Silver Eagle has probably got to be one of the dumbest things anybody could do. I can't imagine that anybody besides the Chinese maybe would be doing that, because who wants the Secret Service on their tail? Remember, it is denominated, it is considered American money, and that means you're counterfeiting money, and we're talking big time in the big house if you're doing that. Now, as far as the testers, I think the testing technology is moving ahead very rapidly. I think in a very short time you're going to have a lot of fairly inexpensive testers to determine whether your silver is fake or not. There's already the fish tester. You've seen that. That's a little green plastic balance. It tests the size versus the weight, etc. So, and I think there's already one for the Silver Eagle. I think maybe it's for the gold. But as silver gains in price, and I expect possibly if we have the music stop scenario, you might see a multi-100, 200, 300, 400% move, possibly overnight, and then of course then you may see that. So definitely when silver explodes in price, there's going to be much more incentive to counterfeit. I don't think there are too many counterfeits out there right now, but if you're absolutely scared to death about counterfeiting, you probably would want to go with the junk silver dimes. I have never heard of a junk silver dime being counterfeited. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't any, but I've never heard of it. And interest rate swaps. This is from Austin. Brother John, thanks for the fantastic job you do. Question: it's clear that most, if not all, governments want to keep interest rates low, but are not certain banks even more motivated to keep them low. If interest rates were to go up, JP Morgan with their 70 trillion in derivatives, most being interest rate swaps, would go busted in short order. Well, I've been wondering for a long time when the bond bull is going to end. I know that Bill Gross of PIMCO has given hints about worrying about it, but it's pretty much now just controlled exclusively by the Federal Reserve. Ben Bernanke's indicated that he's going to print up whatever amount of money it takes to keep interest rates low on the long and the short end. And again, this is going to be another music stops sort of thing. I think that it's going to be that way until it isn't. And I think that it's going to be very sudden, very shocking. I think if you look at the preparations that are being made by the government, I'm not going to go into all that stuff, but it looks like the powers that be are expecting some serious civil unrest whenever, whatever they announce, and whether that's a bank holiday, whether that's international crisis, whether that's lockdown, I have no idea what it's going to be. But apparently, from all the actions they're taking, they expect some serious trouble in the future. Of course, you don't want to be involved in any of that trouble. You want to be a person who's prepared beforehand, and so you want to have lots of gold and silver, lots of food, lots of everything you're going to need, and maybe speculate a little bit on some cash and some bitcoins or other things like that. But I think it's going to stay this way until it changes very suddenly, just like the people in Cyprus found out. So let's go over to APMEX. I just wanted to keep covering silver because I believe that it's just going to keep going until it just ends very suddenly. And of course, this is a very good price opportunity to stack. They've given you an incredible window here of just pegging the prices low here, and a great opportunity to stack. And I've looked through APMEX inventory. The first one that really jumped out at me is this 2012 Silver Koala. It's $3.99 over spot. It's that's a little high maybe compared to some Eagles or Maples, but There's a number of things in my mind going for this one. First of all, it's 2012, and we know with the Perth Mint that as those things go out, they're gone, and then they start to rise up in price. Now, if you really want to play that one, there's actually a number of the 2011s left. Those are a bit more, but there's a mintage for these Berlin Privy ones here of only 50,000. You can get them for 34.83. So that's a little spendy for those of you who don't like to spend a lot over spot. Now the 2011 is 449 over spot. That's just a little bit more. You can get them for 33.32. You can see they have 555 left. I really don't see how you can go wrong with that one. If we go back earlier than that, you can see the 2010s are gone. The 2009s are $57. The 2008s are $109, and the 2007s are the same. So the qual is very collectible. They come in that individual plastic case. We're already 2 years past this 2011, so I'm going to say my favorite of the night is going to be this 2011 1 ounce at 33.32, and the second is going to be this 2012 1 ounce. Now there's also the half ounce here. It's 17.41. Now that's the equivalent of about 35 bucks. So now you're talking about $6 over spot. But if you like that half ounce play, that's a really low price. I watch the half ounce very carefully, and I have never seen a half ounce Perth coin, no matter what the price of silver has done. I've never seen a Perth half ounce coin below $17. The Dragons may have dipped there, but I didn't catch it. But so that's about the low. And of course, there's the 2012 1 ounce for 32.82. So all of those, I don't have any dry powder, but if I did, I would definitely be picking up some of those. So back to the main story, and that is the price of silver. The big question is going to be, why have they pegged it into a flatline range here? And my best guesstimate of this is going to be that just like Cyprus, at some point soon, the music is just going to simply stop, and it's going to be game over. It seems to be that they've tipped their hand. The decision to go in and give a haircut to guaranteed accounts, that is a definite tip of the hat towards default rather than hyperinflation. And as all of you know, I've always pointed out that those are the two big scenarios we're looking at. Are they going to hyperinflate, or are they going to just default? And either one is possible. They definitely can choose either one. The question is, what are they going to choose? And this latest information that I'm seeing indicates that they are probably going to just stop the music, and it's going to end very rapidly, and everyone will be caught off guard except for those of you who have physical silver. And we'll talk to you next time.